Hey guys, this is Aaron Cortez, content writer for the community pages at BikeBandit.com. So today we're here with Richard Pollock, who is the brains behind the operation of Mule Motorcycles. They're a custom bike builder down here in San Diego, and they build some amazing custom bikes. We had the privilege of coming down and checking out his shop, and what he's actually going to do for us is he's going to give you guys tips for everybody that's at home, you know, that you guys have your own shops and you guys do work on your own bikes at home. He's going to give us some pro tips on how you guys can set up your own workstations, tools that you guys need, you know, just anything from a professional that will help you guys at home. So, Richard, thank you so much for giving us this information.
Sure.
We really appreciate it, and I'm sure everybody at home is going to really benefit a lot from it too. So, would you mind maybe just taking us, you know, on a tour around the shop? Maybe you can show us how you guys set it up and, you know, show us
no problem.
how you work. All right, let's check it out.
Okay. Aaron, this is my work, the prime work area that I work in. It's basically a 2x4, excuse me, a 4x8 sheet of plywood bench, and I have all the sockets and assorted tools on the wall. I keep them off the bench. I don't have everything in a toolbox because the toolbox takes up bench space.
Right.
So if I can splat it on the wall with the wrenches, and I got everything I need. This is something I came up with. It's just aluminum angle with all the little socket racks on it, and I can see when something's missing or where it goes back instead of just, you know, shoveling it all into a pile.
Yeah, that's a really neat tip. I think I'd like to use that in my own garage. That's really cool, and it looks great.
I'm in love with T-handles. T-handles of all sorts. I have metric T-handles that have a socket attached to them. 20 years ago, I made a T-handle that's made out of tubing with an extension welded to it, and then I could change sockets. So one T-handle fit every size, you know, hardware.
Right.
Later, Motion Pro came out with the same exact thing, much cheaper than I could make them. So I've got a bunch of these as well now. So as these break or get bent or whatever, I replace them with the Motion Pro ones. It's hard to keep the bench clean. I try to keep it cleaned off, but stuff, if you have a flat spot in a shop, it tends to pile up. Right. So if you can keep one area where you can always have a place to work, put the stuff away, you know, at the end of the day when you're through working on your bike, it takes a little discipline, but if you don't have a big work area, that's what you have to do. This area is where we do all the messy stuff, drilling, cutting on the lathe, chips go everywhere. The challenge here, I made this pan that fits right under the drill press. This catches all the chips, so we're not spreading them all over the floor, walking around the place.
Right, got to keep everything clean.
Try to. With a small area, it gets real messy real quick.
Sure.
But I have these are available at Home Depot. They're like $8 or $10, and they have all these little compartments. You can put, you know, drill bits or whatever. I have a drill index that I keep my drill bits in, and this is a Inco. This is pretty cheap. This was like $160. It was
awesome. You
know, I got it quite a while ago, but they're still available. This is a fairly cheap lathe, also an Inco, Chinese made, but it's good for like this size shop or garage work. We make, you know, spacers, wheel spacers. We make tons and tons of wheel spacers or just trim things. It's not real good for big items or steel or brake rotors, but a lot of home stuff you can do with that. Over here, you'll see that we have all the little bins are labeled. We end up doing a lot of adapting of axles and wheels and bearings and steering stems and wheel spacers and things like that. So we have them in different sizes. All the hardware we have categorized into boxes,
right,
in compartments. So, you know, I've seen guys, professional builders, that they go to, they need a 5/16 bolt or an 8mm bolt, and they're looking through a tub going
right,
like this. And, you know, the chance I ever find, you kill so many hours looking for crap.
Sure.
So.
Everything's really well organized here, yeah. I mean, just taking a look around, you can really see that in your shop. Everything is.
It helps. On the top, we have wheels that don't have tires yet. Once you get tires on them, wheels are kind of hard to store.
Sure.
If they're bare rims, I keep the tires in a stack in the shed, and then when I'm ready to put the bike on wheels, then we'll pop the tires on. Plus, when we're figuring out wheel spacers and things like that, axle diameters, it's easier to work with just a hub or just a wheel. as opposed to the, you get it centered real good. This is one of 30 bikes we have in work right now. Quite
Awesome.
a few here. I designed the frame on this. We built the frame. The motors had extensive work. We put a new style oil cooler on it, upside down R6 forks. We built the exhaust, and it's been ceramic coated. Lots of motor work. This will have about 100 horsepower at the wheel, and it displaces 1,000 cc's now. Stock is like 865. Behringer brakes. This is beyond the standard street tracker. This is kind of pretty much a high-end bike. It has a champion style seat, XR 750 Harley, aluminum tank. These are bars we make that are stainless, flat track band, moto gadget, speedometer.
A lot of nice stuff on this bike, and it looks amazing. Who's the customer for this bike? Where's this one going to be going?
This one's going way to the east end of Russia, as it happens. It's called Ivan the Terrible, and it's almost done. We got a little bit of work to do left, some wiring, and make some side panels, and this one will be gone. These are a few bikes we got in work. Actually, these two are done. These are 3 more that are almost complete. 4 of them in the same street tracker style. This is basically like a 60s style scrambler.
Yeah, this looks great.
But they all have kind of a similar look to them, as you can see. This, I guess you would call my style.
Right. I noticed these first 3 are Triumphs, and the last 2, what are those? Are those
are Harley Sportsters.
Cool.
They're in a modified stock frames, upgraded forks, upgraded wheels, shocks. We did a lot of motor work, so they're will be a lot better than they ever were.
Yeah, these look great. The more I see of the style, the more I'm falling in love with it. It just looks so cool. All right, Richard. Well, thank you so much for having us out here.
Sure.
We really appreciate getting to take a look around your shop, seeing what goes into building one of these amazing bikes that you have. We really love the style, and thanks for giving us those pro tips. It'll really help us out a lot. For everyone back home, we really hope that you guys enjoyed taking a look around the shop. Seeing what goes into building a custom bike. Some of the tools and some of the things that that will help you guys out. For anything you guys need, check it out at bikebandit.com. We have all the tools, all the OEM parts, and all the aftermarket stuff that you guys need. It's so you guys can run a shop out of your house if you want, or just do your oil changes. So we'll see you there at the site. Hope you guys enjoyed this little tour around Mule Motorcycles. If you want some more information, make sure you check out mulemotorcycles.net for some more of Richard's work, and we'll see you soon. Take care.